from the Superdome. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Wilson, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
It's taken to the 26. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
And that's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Herbert now. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 more there and another first down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it. And afterwards, they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. There's Wilson to throw. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw pulled in by Woods. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Olave holds it in. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Touchdown! LaVisca Chenault, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Herbert off of play action. Comeback route into the hands of Tolbert. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get him. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Cowboys. Christian McCaffrey, this is where he can be so dangerous, CD. This offense, they devise ways to get him the football in space and just let him go. Extra point right down the middle, and it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Herbert. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down and want to be a gain of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Wilson. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Right side complete. That's Woods. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
No gain on the play. Brings up third and goal.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Pete Werner.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly in a bad way right now. Not so bad that you can call this one over already, but bad enough that you know you can't toss an interception to open the second half. This just ratchets up the pressure on this team's defense right now.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On second and 7, Herbert. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, brutally. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They go play action now. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Wilson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's got the hook up. It's Chenault on the crossing route. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Okay, ready?
They'll try and run the option. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Herbert on first down now. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. They'll set up a throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Shifts past him at the 45. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play calling when you go against the grain because you know you could easily be criticized if it doesn't work out.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. And And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
And if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
At the 31-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Wilson to throw. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Wilson. Able to find his man, Woods. 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Jelani Woods, 73 yards. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Wilson wants to throw it. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. 92 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jelani Woods, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alton Robinson coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. The city always a little extra excitement for week 1, and one of our early window games here in week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for New Orleans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season